never knew I could feel like this. It's like I've never seen the sky before. Want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I'm loving you more and more. Listen to my heart, can you hear it sing? Come back to me and forgive everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring. I love you till the end of time. Come what may. Come what may. Come what may. Come what may. I will love you. I will love you until my dying day. Come what may. Come what may.
Dying for the right cause is the most human thing we can do.
What do you mean? Right?
I do hope you're satisfactorily proud.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. I know that was a long ass intro, uh, but however, today's video is more of a uplifting thing, and that was one of my all-time favorite movies, Moulin Rouge. Now, while I am down on marriage. I kind of don't believe in marriage right now. And basically, it's just because of how women are a little bit too carefree with marriage these days. It's kind of like, yes, let's get married. But, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm not happy. I found another connection. I have a soul connection now. You're not my soulmate. Those things they can bring up. Like 5, 10 years later or something, and then leave you high and dry. And especially if you have kids with them, you have to keep dealing with them Meanwhile, they are done with you with the things that you need from them, which is usually the physical intimacy or something, or either being able to turn to them and talk to them about something. No, that is removed. But however, though, they'll still probably want to still lean on you sometime, and they definitely will still lean on you financially. I kind of think when you break up with somebody, it should be a wrap. But however, though, I understand with kids involved, then it's things like that. But because of how carefree women treat marriage these days, not all women, but it's a lot of women, and a woman can always change. And she's always going to change in different stages of her life, probably like hormonal fluctuations and things like that. But anyway, we're going to be getting into soulmates. And I don't believe in soulmates anymore. Uh, because I thought I had met mine years ago. Yeah, she wasn't perfect, but however, uh, th- through the most part of our relationship, we took each other as we were and worked with it. However, once she was done, she was done. And not just that, but just the way she started treating me and stuff, and it was probably was a twofold thing, because usually I'm a mirror. When somebody start mistreating me, I'm going to start mistreating them. And like I say, the longer the relationship drags on and then it ends, the woman gets the win, especially once she's married, and especially after she has kids. So anyway, I have that divorce lawyer, and he's going to talk about soulmates. So let's get into that right now.
That this idea of soulmates is great for your business, but so like a human being in a partnership can't be everything. Is that true?
I think it's unrealistic.
It's a true romance, right? Mm-hmm. The document of that we keep referencing here.
I think it's wonderful that we do, because sometimes now people don't get that reference anymore. Like I talk to people when I try to teach negotiation to young lawyers who come work for me, mm-hmm. I tell them to watch the Gary Oldman scene where he offers them the Chinese food.
Yeah. Why is that scene the one that really?
Because it's the best negotiating lesson I've ever heard in my life. Where he comes in,
just for the record.
Yeah. Gary Oldman plays a pimp.
Yes.
And he owns, his girl is Patricia Arquette, right? And Christian Slater's character, the protagonist, is coming in to tell Gary Oldman that he no longer owns this girl, Alabama is her name. Alabama is going to be with him now. And Gary Oldman is a amazing performance. Mm-hmm. And he's sitting in a living room with a shotgun next to him, with armed guys around him, watching television and eating Chinese food. And he's got Chinese food laid out in front of him. And Christian Slater comes in and he says, I need to talk to you about Alabama. And Gary Oldman says, do you want some Chinese food? And Christian Slater's sort of taken aback by the question. He says, no, I came to talk about Alabama. She's with me now. She's there. And he proceeds to tell him what his offer essentially is. And Gary Oldman says, you know, you fucked up, right? In sum and substance, he says, you know, if you'd sat down and started eating my Chinese food, I would have thought, who's this guy? He didn't have a care in the world, just sitting down eating my egg foo young. Mm-hmm. But instead, you tried to be hard, and now I know you're full of shit. And so I think that scene summarizes how in negotiation, the more you enter into it with that, like anytime I deal with another lawyer and they're like, well, we'll see you in court. Okay, see you in court. Like empty barrels make the most noise. Like you and I, as people who've been in the jiu-jitsu community, I know some dangerous people. I know FBI SWAT people. I know people they know how to do things to people. And they're the calmest guys you ever meet in your life. Yeah. You scuff their sneaker, they go, oh, yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's okay. Like they're quick to apology. Mm-hmm. Like they're just chill.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about
true romance. Oh, the soulmate.
Yeah, soulmate. Yeah, well, you're saying that this idea, like with that film underlying, there's this current of like they were made for each other.
Yeah.
I think there's a distinction between the feeling that someone is your missing puzzle piece, that you're made for this person. I think what that just means is there's a lot of overlapping, beautiful connections. Yeah. I love them intellectually. I love them sexually. I love them interpersonally. We have some shared history. We have some shared commonalities. We were raised in the same culture, raised in the same religion. Like we have politically similar ideas. Like these are all, or we have totally opposite ones, but they're complementary. Mm-hmm. Like I've always joked that like finding someone with complementary pathologies, you know, like I'm obsessively disciplined. So having a partner who's like flexible and like spontaneous is really good for me. And also me being like, no, come on, come back. We're going to do this now. No, it's time to actually do this now. Like we're good for each other. It's barefoot in the park. You know, it's this idea of like, you know, the yin and the yang.
I decided to take my sunglasses off for this, but he is perfectly correct. I think women get in their head, especially when they start falling out of love with the dude or something like that. They start trying to make themselves feel less guilty and they start psyching themselves up. Even though the woman wasn't thinking about that in the beginning when she was shouting from the rooftops how much you were the love of her life or you're her soulmate and things like that. And once she starts forming a connection with someone else, that just goes all out the window. And therefore, she will say things that, you know, well, soulmate wouldn't do this and the soulmate wouldn't do that. And I will always think to myself when women are saying certain things like that, especially in my case, I'll be like, well, you did that to me, and you did that to me, and you did that to me. So I could say the same thing that soulmate doesn't do those things that you are saying. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I believe a lot of women just throw that word around. I actually believe a lot of times women throw that love word around. Like a lot of times, I don't think a lot of you know what that means. Some of you do. But I think when you love someone, you have to be showing it daily, actively, to the person that supposedly that you love. You can't just sit back and let them love on you, showering you with things. This is why I think relationships usually when they end hurt men more because men are more invested at all times. At the beginning, maybe men and women are both putting in at the same clip, but once women do certain things, like especially have a kid or something, I believe they totally just like, hey, I gave you a kid, now shut the fuck up. Like that's the feeling that I get. That's why, in a way, though, I don't want no more kids from a woman. Like I may change that thought process one day, and I'm pretty sure not all women are like that, but I believe most women in this era are in that thing of like, especially once they give you a kid, they they just feel like, well, I I made the ultimate sacrifice for you, and you can never compare to it, no matter what you did in the past or what you are doing now. Once they lose feelings for you. So anyway, let them continue, and that way we can wrap this video up.
So what I have an issue with is that the definition of soulmate that I think is sold to so many people now is this idea that if your partner is disappointing to you in any way, meaning they're not the perfect travel companion, they're not the perfect vocabulary companion, they're not the perfect roommate, they're not the perfect lover, they're not like the odds of someone being all of those seems crazy to me. Like it's infinitesimally small, and they don't have to be everything. Like if I go to a restaurant and eat 10 courses and one of them is kind of subpar, and the other 9 are the most amazing culinary experience I've ever had, how dare I say, well, that wasn't the right restaurant? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's a great restaurant. What are you talking about? Like, of course, there was one little thing. So I think it's impossible to have someone never disappoint you. It's impossible to have someone who never lets you down or doesn't say and do the exact right thing at the exact right time. And to create the idea or expectation in anyone that your partner should never let you down, never disappoint you, never not know what to say.
Yeah.
Is, I think, crazy. I mean, I find for myself, when someone, for example, loses someone, when someone loses a family member or a pet, I often say the same thing to the person. I'll either talk to them or send them a text or call them, and I'll say, if I wish I knew the perfect thing to say, because I would say it right now. Like, but I know there isn't. Like, I know that, I don't say that part, but like, I know there isn't. Like, there isn't a perfect thing to say. Like, but if there was a perfect thing to say, I would say it right now. Like, love to me is not that you never let this person down. It's that you never want to let this person down. It's love is a verb, like it's this feeling of, I never want to disappoint you. I will disappoint you, but I never want to disappoint you. I will hurt you, but I never want to hurt you. When I hurt you, it will be my insecurity, my stupidity, my humanity that causes me to hurt you, but I will never intentionally hurt you. I will betray your trust. I'll never intentionally betray your trust. Like I will, by my stupidity, say the wrong thing or loose-lipped say something to someone that you didn't want me to, but it won't be intentional. I will always try to be on your team. That feels to me like a realistic thing.
Yeah, the intention leads the way, but there's some aspect of, just like the 10-course meal, that over time there's a kind of convergence towards perfection, and along the way there's the rose-colored glasses where you see the beauty and everything. So it feels, it's probably destructive just to really internalize the idea of soulmate, because then any imperfections can make you doubt, can make you step away, can make you lose the connection. But it just feels like, I don't know.
It's too heavy. It just feels, I feel like when you see a couple that's 90 years old and they've been together for 60 years, 70 years, there is, of course, a temptation to think about all the beauty that they've seen on that journey together, the children, the grandchildren, maybe the great-grandchildren, all the joy that they've seen, all the pain they've endured and struggled together, Mm-hmm. But they've also disappointed each other a whole bunch of times, probably let each other down, they probably lied to each other a bunch. Yeah. And to me, that is a beautiful thing. Like, that's what, that is not, it's great in spite of that. It's great because of that. Yeah. They still love each other, even though they've been so flawed and imperfect, and they're human, and they still love each other. They still rode that thing together because the reasons to do so were greater than the reasons to not.
You've said that.
Wow. Well, this was a powerful video. And as I say it again, I believe in love, but I don't believe in soulmate because you're not going to meet somebody that's like totally perfect. And I do think once and it's conveniently, once women hit those milestones of marriage, maybe house, kids, then they get this epiphany, awakening that, hey, my partner is lacking something. I want to see what else is out there. I do think women with that mentality, y'all should never get married, ever. And if a woman ever be like, if a woman ever post things or say things that marriage is just like some type of whimsical test that you can get in and get out of or something, then you can date that woman, but don't marry her and don't have kids. Because otherwise you're going to be tied to her, and then you may, and that's the thing that I found out. Like, once you have kids with a woman, you still have to deal with her, and then when certain things affect her life, you still going to end up doing things that you will only do in a relationship. You're going to end up doing because you have a kid with the woman. So That's my advice to men right now. Don't have kids with them. And if they're acting all crazy, divorce them. Like the same way that women would say, well, then just leave. Leave early with no kids on the table. That way you're not tied to them, and they can go live their best life out of sight, out of mind. So anyway, give me a like, a subscribe, and have a good day. Oh, and before I forget, see my other videos. Thank you.
Girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
Coochie down to the side like I'm Biggie Papa. Keep your girl head in my Tommy boxes. But when it out, she a silly hoe. Cause she know the freaking style get plenty dough. She don't get nothing from my nigga down. All she get is hard drink and some Cheerios. Kinda send it out, but I'm never out. But I put them in a trunk with the penny low. No tint out on my window. So you see it make it shining in the vent out. Holy, got me feeling like Jim Jones. I'm a pimp out, no limp out. Couldn't copy my style in Kinko's. Put it work. Run up on the killer, then I put him in the dirt. Run up in the building, so they gon' spark. That's what a nigga get when they get into my nerves. I ain't lying.